Tägtgren. Thank you so much for making time today.
Yeah,
I
thank you.
was going to talk to you last night, so
Yeah.
I'm super stoked. I got super stoked up. I drank a ton of coffee this morning, and I'm ready to go, and I'm ready to talk about
All right.
pain.
Cool. That's perfect, man.
For sure, man. So, dude, you've been in all sorts of projects throughout your careers, and I think Pain really sticks out like a sore thumb. Listening to Pain, it's really like a groove rock type of music. Has
Yeah.
love your vocals in it. I think your vocals are like completely different than any other project you've done. I went down like a Pain rabbit hole last night.
Oh, all right. Cool. That's
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
man.
So, yeah, and I definitely love everything, man. But one thing I like to know, man, is that a person like you who's been doing projects their whole lives, been doing music for so long.
Yeah.
Very quick before we get into your new singles, tell me a little bit about how you got into music and what were you inspired by your parents? Were you inspired by friends who threw you into a band? Like, where did you get your spark to want to do this for the rest of your life?
I really don't know. My mom told me a story once that when I was like, I don't know, 1 year old, and they had the radio on, and I just looked up at it and I pointed and I went la la. And she said every time I heard music, my whole body started moving. So I guess it was meant to be. I really don't know. And always been interested about music, I guess, since I was a child. And my brother is 5 years older than me, so he was feeding me music what the big boys were listening to when I was a kid, you know. So it was pretty cool.
No,
So I'm a jukebox, you know. Anything I hear, it just stays in my head, and somehow I guess it just comes out my way when I write music. I guess I'm influenced by anything I hear, even the times where in the '90s when I was producing bands and stuff. You know, your brain collects everything, you know, and all suddenly when you write music, I guess it influences you on everything you ever heard.
no, absolutely. Was there ever a moment in your life, maybe in your older 20s, where you legit thought that this was going to be like your path, like your entire life, like as far as like working?
Yeah, because in school it never worked, you know. I said, fuck you, I'm gonna be a rock star to my teacher when I was like 12, 13 years old, you know. So I don't know. I was determined to write music and perform. So I just follow my heart, you know.
No, I love it, man. You know, you've been doing this for so long, and me, you know, I'm a musician too, and I'm still trying to push forward. You know, I'm in my 30s.
Yeah.
Now, right now, is music everything you expected it to be? Like this whole how you know, because you know when you're younger, they show like you know the rock star life, the getting
Yeah.
signed, the parties, you know, and it's like your song "Party" in my head. Is it everything you expected it to be once you got in it?
Uh, I don't know. I mean, I've seen a lot of different sides of the music business, you know, with a lot of different bands that I work with, or you know, projects left and right. There's been a lot of big rock stars, and there's been a lot of demo stars, and you know, and I think we're all just kids, you know. We just like to party and have fun and write music, and I guess that's the only thing we're good at. So
No,
we
absolutely.
just all of us, you know, we just follow our baby heart, you know, and we're like spoiled kids when we're on tour. All of us, you know, I want my drink. I want, you know, I want to party. Fuck you. I'm not going to bed. Oh, well, you got to get up early in the morning. I don't care. I guess, you know, you become a kid again when you go on tour, you know?
Yeah, it's almost like band camp. What do you think was the hardest thing for you to transition? Like maybe doing all these tours and all these shows. What do you think is the hardest part about the music life that people might not know?
Uh, well, touring is not easy. It all depends, you know, how big the band is. You know, when we went with Lindemann, it was very easy, you know, because you play in front of 5,000, 10,000 people, you know. So, you know, we're truly rock stars there, you know. It was okay, but to be honest, I prefer to do clubs like 1,000, 1,500 people, and sleep in the tour bus and things with Lindemann, we were flying private jet and stuff like that, and I couldn't get a feeling to it. It's not what I'm used to, and also one of the reasons why we don't work anymore. I'm just not that kind of guy. I come from underground. I should stay in underground.
No, absolutely, man, absolutely. And I mean, you've toured, with Pain and all your other projects. Have you ever had like a real crazy like tour moment where everything just wasn't going right?
Oh yeah, and it wasn't too far ago. Far time ago. It was, I think, 2017 with Pain. I think we did the third tour on Coming Home album, and I think everything went to shit from the beginning to the end of the tour. And that's when I said, okay, I will never tour again. But you forgive and you forget. So that was a lot of stupid stuff. Like a bus driver can ruin your whole fucking tour. Put it that way. So there was a lot of issues, but mainly, over the last 15, 20 years, you know what to expect, and all the deals and how things will be and so on. So you take it as it comes, and you try to avoid any mistakes so it will fuck it up. So we just, when we're on tour, we try and enjoy ourselves, talk to fans, then go up on stage and go nuts. I don't party as much as I did the last 5-6 years. I hardly party anymore. I want to be fit for the stage because I feel that I need to impress. I need to be on top of what the fuck I'm doing, especially with Pain. When you have to sing in tune and can't be hungover and try to do some half-ass singing on stage. That's gonna come back and bite you. So I really want to be focused and feeling good because the last 10 years, if I party one day, I'm hungover for 2 more days, and it doesn't work when you got to work.
No, no, absolutely, and I'm 100% with you, man. And especially if you want to be healthy on tour, I couldn't imagine doing super long tours like you. Have you ever had a tour that really blew your mind for the first time? Maybe your first ever big tour where like you were able to stay on side stage and you were just like, holy shit, Peter, like you're playing on this show. You ever had a big moment like that?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially also with the European festivals and stuff, there will be 30,000 people in front of me, and you're like, holy shit, are we supposed to play here? What the fuck, man? But I guess that's the bonus of the whole thing, working hard and shit, that this is your bonus for doing this, I guess. So there's been a lot of moments of that. It's like, holy shit, I don't deserve this, but yeah.
Have you ever met anybody that you were maybe inspired by that you ran into and you were surprised how cool they were?
Yeah, actually, I was hanging with Dio for 1 or 2 days because Rock Hard magazine in Germany, they had like artists interviewing artists. So they knew I was a big Dio fan, with his voice and everything he's been in, from Rainbow. I didn't listen too much to Elf, so I don't know about that. But anything, from Rainbow and on. And so they told me, yeah, we can fly to Hamburg and you can meet up with him. You can go with the sound check and you can sit and talk. There will be like 4 or 5 pages in the magazine, and it was fucking great, man. And he was so cool. He was the coolest guy ever.
Dude, that's awesome to hear. Anytime I hear stories from Dio, I just hear
Yeah.
Dio is a really welcoming guy.
Yeah, he was really, really fucking cool.
I love it, man. So
Yeah.
let's get into Pain. Let's go into Party in My Head. First thing I noticed about this video is that you look like the Big Lebowski in it. I don't know if you ever seen
Yeah.
that movie.
Oh yeah, that was actually mine and Alexi from Children of Bodom's favorite movie. We always watch that shit. So it's kind of a contribution to him and to Children of Bodom guys, because we always watch that shit. I remember when we recorded Blood Drunk, we were fucking watching this fucking movie like at least once a day for a week, and just getting drunk after we did our session and shit. So yeah, and that was actually the director who came up with the idea. So it was cool. That's what I like about this video, because I wanted it to be different. My manager said, no fucking performance videos. It's bullshit, you know. Okay, then we have to come up with something funny, you know, or something. So, you know, wheels start spinning, people around, you know, the director and friends around, you know, and all suddenly this is what we came up with, you know.
No, I love it, man. I was really trying to get the concept behind it, because for me, what I got was like, you know, we're living in a new age with technology. It went from like, and I'm getting used to it too. Believe me, I went to my first show, and
Yeah.
and I used to go to shows all the time, and I got anxiety for the first time, and and
Oh,
I, and I was just like, because I wasn't used to being around people anymore, you know. I was,
yeah.
and even like one of the videos, I believe you did like a Zoom spot. I was like, you know what? Been on Zoom so much the last 2 years, on
Yeah.
Skype, on phone, you almost lose
Yeah.
that connection with people. And I was really getting the concept around the video, how like you could almost like really lose your shit in your head.
Yeah. Definitely. You know, you become this alone person in your alone world with just your phone or your laptop or whatever you choose, you know. And when you actually finally go out and meet people, and especially if there's over 100 people, you go like, holy shit, I forgot about this, you know.
For sure. Have you adjusted well to the whole COVID thing and having to like just be indoors and just wait for everything to open up? How have you adjusted?
Well, I'm a hillbilly. I live in the woods, you know. I have hardly any people around me anyhow. So for me, it was nothing different. You know, I have a small local pharmacy store, and you know, it's not much where I live. So for me, it's no big deal. You know.
No, I love it. I purposely chose to live out of town so I don't know anybody.
Yeah.
So I'm a
Yeah. That's a good one.
completely
I
man.
mean, you can always go to the town, but you don't want to bring the town to you. You know.
Oh yeah. No, for
Yeah.
sure. I think ever since I became a dad, I just like I just want to be alone all the time.
Yeah.
But with this song part of your head, and also what absolutely blew my mind is that I was listening to "Give Me Shelter," your cover of the Rolling Stones track, and I totally
Yeah.
thought it was the song the whole time I was listening to it. I was like, this. It sounds like something. It sounds like something. Tell me a little bit why you did this song of the Rolling Stones, and why you love the Rolling Stones.
Um. This goes back to the 70s, you know. I grew up on this shit. I had people around me listen to it, mom and dad. It was on the radio, and you just couldn't avoid it, you know, in the beginning of the 70s. And it's been a song that's been around me for so long. And, you know, the lyrics, you can definitely get into it. And it's like, shit, it's about today as well, you know. 52 years ago, it was about Cold War and Vietnam and things, you know. Mick Jagger thought he was going to die in World War III, you know, in the end of the 60s. And today, if you look around, it's pretty much the same, but in a different way, you know. That's why I chose to find all these chaos clips, not me personally, but people who made the video for us, to find these, you know, riots and stuff like that all over the world, not only in America, in Europe, in Asia, you know, everywhere. There's been chaos. And yeah, I hope we all can find some harmony soon, so we can ease out. But that was my whole point, because it's, if you listen to the lyrics, it's the same shit today as it was then, you know. And for me, it fitted good, you know. And I put a twist on it a little bit, didn't overdo it too much to make it my own, you know. I wanted to keep the roots, definitely.
No, absolutely, man, and I completely agree. It definitely correlates with everything that's going on now. Um,
Yeah.
uh, Before we get towards the end of the interview, tell me what fans of Pain could expect this year. Can we expect more singles, more videos, an EP or an album? For the people tuning in right now to listen to you talk, Peter, what can they expect for the rest of 2021?
Uh, when it comes to Pain, I'll start writing in 2 weeks on a new album for sure. If I get a song that I really think I need to get out, it will be out very soon. And New Hypocrisy is coming this year. Another project as well that I have a new singer on will come out hopefully end of this year as well, at least a single or something like that, because I just finished this album with this guy. So there will be a lot of shit going on. And while waiting for Hypocrisy coming out and the new project, I might as well write music for Pain.
I love it, man. Man, you write so much and you produce and you do so much in music. Do you ever hit a writer's block, or are you constantly just a wheel?
No, I always been like this. I need to be inspired. I need to be in a good mood when I write. Otherwise, it doesn't really work. It's a waste of time. So I need to be in a good spot when I write music, and then I have no problem at all. I can just spit out song after song. It's always when you put the lyrics on that stops the proceed the proceed of being done with the song, because for me that's the trickiest part, to write lyrics and to get the melody in there, and also try to anything from frustrations to rhythms and so on, and with the words and shit. I tend to overthink too much sometimes, and it takes longer.
No, absolutely, man, absolutely. Well, Peter, I want to thank you for being on my show. We're gonna ask,
thank you.
And I'm gonna ask you 5 quick questions, and then I'm gonna get you out. All right.
Okay.
If you could be in any band in any era and play one set with them, dead or alive, what is that one band?
Beatles.
The Beatles? I like it. All right, Peter, if you were able to choose your death, but it had to be by somebody from a horror movie, who would that person be?
The Alien.
The Alien? Just coming right at you.
I think it's quick and easy. No, he just... I don't want this one. I want him just go.
All right. If you were in a zombie apocalypse, but you only could have one weapon to kill the zombies, what is that one weapon?
Flamethrower.
I like it. For your fans of you, what is one thing you're good at, or you have a hobby that they wouldn't expect?
Ooh. I don't know. I like old cars. I got like 4 or 5 cars. I like 50s cars. I like Mopar cars, fast cars. That's not so different, but yeah, that's probably my other hobby. Compared to music.
Absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Is there one genre of music that you listen to often that a lot of fans wouldn't expect that you listen to? I know you listen to everything, but is there a certain person or a certain artist that you listen to more than others?
Good question. David Bowie, but I listen a lot to David Bowie, especially the ones in early 70s, while he was still Ziggy Stardust, so to say.
No, absolutely. Well, Peter, thank you for taking time today. It was
Thank
awesome.
you.
It was awesome to hear you. Thank you for getting up in the morning. I know it's Eastern time here, so it's 8:30 here, and then it's almost there. So
it's 6:00 in the afternoon here, so I'm good, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, man. I'm working on breakfast. You're working on dinner. All right.
Yeah.
I need one last thing from you, Peter. Can you say this is Peter Tägtgren from Pain, and you're listening to the Metal Mixtape?
What was it called? Metal? Wait, let me read.
Or
Metal Mud Tape.
Mixtape.
Here it says, Mixtape. Sorry, I'm blind even with my glasses. Sorry. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, this is Peter from Pain, and you're watching Metal Mixtapes.
Hey, brother. You have a good rest of your
day. Yeah. Talk to you soon, man. See you on tour.
Hey.